Kababayans in the game industry. We all know about games. We all play one game or another, different form. Eric and Ryan are in the industry, so they create games, correct?
Develop.
What have developed, great. What have, or given birth, right? You mentioned that earlier. Okay. What have you worked on? Anything that we know?
I've been in the industry for 17 years. I work for a company that's owned by Sony called Naughty Dog, and I've made probably 11 games already. Wow. The first series of games I worked on is Crash Bandicoot, and another series is Jack and Daxter, and for the PS3 we developed the Uncharted series, and I just released a new game that released 2 months ago called The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Yeah. So is it all with arms as well and fighting?
Our games is more a story-based game, so it's a story in each game. So it's like playing a movie.
So it's like you're directing the movie.
Yes, you are the characters in the movie, and you are playing it. It has very cinematic scenes, and it's very involving in terms of character development.
Very emotional game.
Very emotional. Really? Did we cry? Yeah?
I cried. My wife cried twice. I cried.
The Last of Us.
If I had feelings, I'd cry.
You know, we should check it out. Okay.
Amazing game.
Any games on your end?
Yeah. Well, I've been in the industry for about 12 years now.
Okay.
But I started off in the film industry, so I've worked on over 30 films. And
wow,
the games that I've shipped are I shipped Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and
Call of Duty, yes.
Yeah, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
So now what we're currently working on at Respawn Entertainment is Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
It's also a violent game?
It's a shooter. It's an online multiplayer shooter. Okay. It takes place in the future. And you use giant robots to shoot other people with.
See, when you talk about it that way, it makes me want to be in this industry.
You can be a giant robot if you really want to.
Really?
Yeah. Pick up Titanfall.
So it sounds like fun. What's it like to be in this industry? You mentioned earlier, Eric, when you wanted to be in, there was nothing available to you in terms of, resources. Are there courses? Do we have to be certified?
Well, yeah, it's yes and no, but like there's a wealth of information now for students. That there's the internet, which is filled with like books and online tutorials, videos. There's schools now that have full-fledged programs to learn game development and every aspect of it. But I'd like to also say, like, school will just give you the minimum. You really have to focus on more. You have to do more. You have to do more homework.
Do your own research?
You have to give yourself a strong foundation.
Yes.
If you want to build a strong house, you have to have a strong foundation.
When you go to school, maybe for arts?
I mean, school is one path that people decide to take.
Okay.
But also, if you're lucky enough to just get into the industry and start working, you will learn a lot.
Yeah, working is the best. Yeah, working is the best teacher. Yeah.
Right. What does it take to be good in this industry?
I think
a lot of extra work. Like I said, school will just give you the minimum.
But would you say extra work is playing the game?
No, I mean when you make a game, you're really not playing. You're making a game. It's a lot of work.
Which can be stressful, I imagine.
It's very stressful, but it's if you really love your job, it's not really stressful.
Do you work on a deadline?
Oh, yes.
We have to launch this
I'm on a deadline right now, actually.
Oh, thank you for sharing your time with us. I hope your boss is not watching.
Some people will say, like, a game is never finished, right? You only run out of time making changes and making it better.
Right.
So it's a never-ending process of iteration.
And for people that are watching, maybe, I may want a career in the game industry. How viable is it? How lucrative is it, perhaps?
It's very viable. It's very lucrative. But what you have to understand is that there are specialties that go into game development. I mean, we have programmers. They work on the back end. They work on the engine of the game and how the game works. We have animators who animate the game, who work on the feel, flow, physics of the game. Artists like Eric and myself, who look at things with aesthetics and put that into the game and make sure it exists in that world. Okay. We also have production staff. They organize logistics and schedules and whatnot.
So it's a team.
Yeah, well,
that's composed of several people working on it.
what's important is really you got to figure out what you want to do,
Right.
and what will make you happy. Try a lot of aspects of it and see where your passion is, and just focus on that.
How competitive is the field? Say, for example,
Very
broadcasting, so competitive, and plus the turnover.
Well, I've been in the job for 17 years, so it is possible to hold on to a job. It's a very stable industry.
But you're also very talented.
Well,
Of course,
you
they'll
have
keep
to do a lot of you have to do a lot of extra work. You have to find out your own style. You have to find out, make yourself useful to the team, and that's just never-ending process of learning.
When you keep saying more work, extra work, more work, extra work, does that mean it's not an 8-to-5 job?
Yes and no.
Okay.
If you're efficient enough, yes, you can be an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5 if you want to call it that. But if you want to give something the kiss of love, if you want to make something yours and have it, something that will shine in the game, then you give it that extra piece of work.
Okay. I know that you both are not just enjoying your work, it also gives you satisfaction, fulfillment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What is the greatest fulfillment? Is it seeing the games out there?
Oh, absolutely.
Having,
Seeing the results, seeing your peers.
Playing it?
And just loving the game. Like getting awards for the game.
Okay.
And just seeing your family, like looking at the product you just, labored for 2-3 years for every game.
Maybe seeing it on the shelves when you go to game stores. What are you most
seeing your name on the credits.
Yeah, in terms of the games.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of? Do you have a particular game that's your favorite?
I love all the games, but the last game we made is probably our best game.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, The Last of Us.
The one which made you cry and your wife cried twice.
We both cried.
Right.
We both
Okay.
cried.
I want to see that. What is it about?
It's a story about this guy and this girl going through a world of post-apocalyptic scenario and zombies.
And it's dramatic.
And it's very dramatic.
What is your favorite game that and what gives you fulfillment?
Right now, the game that I'm most proud of working on is the title that I'm currently working on, which is Titanfall. We built the game from the ground up, and it's what I consider a dream game, like the game that I've always wanted to work on when I was a kid. And it has everything that I would want in a game. It has fast-paced online multiplayer shooting, competitive gaming, and it allows me to link up with my friends online in multiplayer and play against other teams.
So The Last of Us.
Robots.
Big robots.
Big
as well,
robots.
yeah.
The Last of Us and Titanfall. Well, thank you for making us proud to be Filipinos. We're going to be playing those games, and we're going to see the credit, and we're going to say, we saw that. We met those guys on Kababayan today. We have one more blog. Now, let's talk about the trends, like in games, and let's talk about in terms of employment, what you guys should be keeping an eye on. That's when we return on the show. Don't go away.